Sleeping in bed. No more back. That's what Qiana called me this morning and said. No more sleeping in bed.
Did you listen?
I'm here.
Yeah, you did. Cause you could not. It's a possibility that you could have went back and slept in bed.
Yes.
But you said not this great Wednesday.
Not this one.
Not this great Wednesday. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that?
Because we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart
is the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know. So listen, you didn't get your baritone voice over there this morning, right? So Monday, Marquise came in, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going to do it for Mr. Edmond.
Right. Hey, I missed that part, but I heard the extra berry white.
Right, and then you know,
extra drip sauce.
You know, he came in and he was like,
we got drip sauce, baby.
Oh Lord. He came in and then, you know, cause smart is the new,
gangster, baby.
You know, he had his own flavor with it. You know what I mean? So hey.
Man, big shots out Quis for life. And
yeah, good morning, Sharonda.
And if you are up, because there is an event this morning at the Foundation for Healthy St. Petersburg.
Yeah, and last night they did the walk.
Yes, it was a lot of media, a lot of news, a lot of good energy.
Last night was good energy. It was good energy
all
Tuesday.
Over the city. It was like 5 events last night.
So let's say, okay, we did why black men vote and don't vote.
Why? That's what I wanted to know. Why? Why do black men vote or don't vote? Did anybody say anything about the oppression that is put on the black man and how the black man is used for his vote, but nobody does nothing for the black man politically, legislatively? There's no black legislation for the black man who's been the target of all this mess these years.
So let me tell you, they said that, and then they came on the panel.
Oh, they said that?
They kind of said that.
No,
yeah, they said something like that, and then on the panel they said that's not necessarily true.
But what ain't necessarily true?
Well, I mean,
I needed to be there.
You should have been.
That black man ain't under target. That black man ain't oppressed. That ain't no legislation for the black man. That ain't true. That's possibly true. And see, that's the problem. We need to talk about this stuff.
So what are you looking for?
Me personally?
Yes. And don't say
I want legislation. I want legislation protecting the black man and the black woman. I want legislation, the same type of legislation that protected the Chinese, the Indian, the Jewish, every law that has been made to protect the people. I need a law that protects us like that.
No, I get that part. You said black men, so I'm going back.
Okay.
What do strictly for black?
I was just spreading my political agenda.
Good morning, comedian Damon David. Listen,
hey man, congratulations on a good show, man.
Wait, I heard, and I haven't. I listen, just to kind of because it's what's on your mind Wednesday, right?
On your mind,
and usually I talk to Damien, but I haven't even talked to him, right? But I talked to his wife. But I heard he had an awesome show.
Listen, I just said congratulations. And hold on, we got to get back because black men, he a black man. Big shout out to David Davis, St. Pete Funny. Y'all did an amazing job.
Up there like granny panties.
Y'all did the first comedy show, man. Big shouts out to everybody involved. Bubba Dub did his thing. I missed it, but guess what? I won't miss the next one, my boy. Keep up the good work. Because St. Pete is funny. At times, but at times. But last night, why do black men vote or don't vote? And I think that we cannot. And I was not on the panel last night. So big shouts out to the panel. Big shouts out to the people who put the whole thing. It was at the Carter G. Woodson Museum. Big shouts out to the whole thing, the whole show. The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club was in the building, baby, and But the reality is black men do not participate a lot because there's not a lot for us to participate, right? I'm an active community citizen. You know, I'm in it, right? But there's no outreach to the black man until it's election time. Times like this, it's 45 days before the election. Now you want to talk about why the black man ain't voting. The problem is 365 days out the year, we are under indictment.
So
we are
wait
under
a- so-
persecution.
okay. Wait.
You don't want to hear this.
No,
You don't want to hear this. I know.
They say no. They say Zayden here arguing back at Jabbar.
Hey, well, I'm just saying.
So this is it. No, let me. Dang, it's a sidebar, and we're gonna go right back to it. I was talking. Zayden get on the phone and say, "Show me my money." No, give me my money. But all right, back to you. That ain't just a black man thing. That's a community thing. We talk about wait. We talk about how they don't come to our community until it's time for election time. That ain't just a black man thing.
Yeah, it ain't, but it is.
Oh Lord.
I mean,
because you're like
we have to we have to seriously address a lot of issues that black men are going through, and it's not often done. It's not done. Look at these local elections. You get what I mean? It's when you want our vote. We're a swing vote, and we as the years have progressed, that swing vote has become more and more important. So if you look at voting numbers have become tighter and tighter. They're 1%. They win by 1%, 2%, 3%. And so when you look at the math, where is the voters that are being not touched? And the black man is a large voting population that goes untouched.
The thing is, the black community feels ignored until
not really, because black women carry the Democratic Party. So what people don't know, the Democratic Party would not have won all the elections they've won over the last 30 years if it wasn't for black women. Black women are carrying. I'm talking about, it's not a problem or not. It's not no surprise that Kamala Harris is running for president and they're backing her, because black women have carried.
That's not what. But yes, but that's
Democratic
not what.
Party.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, black men not so much. See?
No,
I'm just showing you the other side of the coin.
What you want me to tell you is because
it ain't that the black people are being ignored.
No, they are. No. Let me tell you, it comes with logic, right? No. They are. We talk about it. I can go back and replace some of the stuff where you said the black community is being ignored, and then today, because your argument is about and you're talking about the whole. But listen, hold on.
They're ignoring black women. Just be honest.
Yes,
they're not. No, they're not.
They do.
And there's a black woman running for office. They're not ignoring it. They are submitting
and
to
a black man ran for president. Stop this mess and was president for 2 terms. And that is a community thing. You just said a black man won president. All you can do is laugh.
No, I can't win with you.
No, you can't. Not with it, because what you're saying is I'm trying to go
driving me to drugs.
No, I'm not driving you to drugs. I'm trying to get
Applesauce Walker is back. All right, countdown has begun.
But
5.
No. But other than, because I think, like, when you look at it, black men has another sense of pride. Then wait, this is just me.
But we talking about politics.
I am. So you act like your pride don't dictate what you do.
So it's our pride so we're ignoring all the stuff that these system has done to our community, and that does to a black man, and say, hey, forget about it during election day. That's what we can't do on election day. In election times, we have to confront it if you want us to vote more. Now, if you really want us to come out and vote more, when it's election time, instead of just trying to say, hey, vote for me, let's say, hey, what issues? Black men dying of heart attack, heart disease, what is called testicle cancer, colon cancer, and address the issue. Prostate cancer, and address the issues that the black man have. But you haven't heard that. You don't hear none of that. Know why? Know why? Because they're not concerned about our vote until it's voting time, right? Until it's time for election and they doing the numbers and they counting. Oh man, we need 2% more vote. Where can we get it from? Yes, it's a huge electoral.
So I'm gonna say this. I really get where you're coming, but I'm not getting. No, I'm not.
You get it.
No, I don't.
You've been in these races. You know how close these races are.
No, I do.
So do you agree that the black man vote, the vote of the black man has the ability to sway either election we watch. Andrew Gillum, perfect example. He lost by 20,000 votes, 19,000 votes. There's over 2 million black men that could have voted for him. That's how important it is. But they didn't feel that way at the time.
It's not, but it's a self thing. No, it is, because the more people that I talk to, black men say more, and we don't subscribe to all, right? But when I go and talk to people, it's more black men that I talk to that say my vote don't count, right? No, and more black men than anybody else that say my vote don't count. And I sit and go,
you surprised? Have you seen what they do to black men?
That's why you should be voting.
No,
because if you're no. Listen, if what they do to black men
oppress me hardest and I vote the most. It doesn't work like that. If it worked like that, they wouldn't oppress us. If it worked like that, if oppression a person made them vote more, they wouldn't oppress us. They oppress us because it makes us vote and participate less. We always talk about the participation. That's why we salute so many black men and people who are doing something, because it's a hard thing. Oppression, it feels like gravity. It keeps you down to the ground.
So it goes back to the pride. Right? No. You're saying the same thing I am, but you want to debate it, right? It is, because if you feel like you're oppressed and you be like, you push them down. Yeah, so that's why you're not getting up. You like, yo, you know what?
What it is we have no faith in a system that has done nothing for us. And we got to look that in the eyes. We can't keep playing with it. We can't keep tiptoeing around it. The system has done nothing but oppress black men, period. We've been the number one target, right? In the system of oppression in America for 300-400 years.
Even though black women got their rights later than
even though I just said yes, even though women got their rights later. Yes, the oppression has been targeted at the black man. The black man is what's been feared by systematic oppression for decades. They fear the black man rising up because of the strength that we emanate. We just like, and they feel we're gonna take over. So what they want to do is push us down, oppress us, bend us over.
So they do all that. Why aren't you getting up to vote?
Because the people who you're voting for are the people who are doing it to you. The system that they're asking you to walk into, right? The system that voting poll place they're asking us to walk into is the representation of the people that are putting us in prison.
So it goes back to your pride. Like, I don't want to go back.
It's reality.
No. So if it's your reality.
If the stove hot, you don't keep touching it.
No. Your perception is
you get away from the stove. And a lot of people. So
it's a pride.
It's self-preservation.
It's self-preservation.
Because voting hasn't done nothing for people.
It has.
I'm just saying for black men.
No,
black men.
No, you have.
What has it done for black men?
It has.
What has it done?
Didn't you have your rights to vote?
Didn't they manipulate it? Didn't they gerrymander? Hold on.
That's not black men. That's just not black men, Jabbar. That is black people across the board, right? And so when you look at it, if you keep on saying voting don't matter,
I didn't say voting doesn't matter. What I said was that you're asking the person that you're oppressing the most, because now their vote has become the most important, because these elections haven't been this close. So if you go back and look at elections, the elections ain't been down to 1%, 2%, 20 votes, 2 votes, 3 votes, 1 vote.
Because they said this last night, statistically, black men do vote less than anybody else, right? Wait. But men vote less than women across the board, everywhere. Everywhere.
I can agree with that.
Again, because men operate different than women. And so again, it's the stubbornness and the pride that y'all have that, I ain't got to do this and I'm not. And so you don't, right? No, and then for you, Robert, it is not. Wait, just listen for a second. Because I'm hearing what you're saying, but then you talk about being oppressed, but you don't vote for the judge that sentenced you to 15 years when you have the opportunity to get out there and get a judge that won't do that to you, right? So then you talk about it like that's like we always subscribe to. We're not gonna just stay in the complaint line. We are solution based, right? So if a black man feel like they are oppressed, your foot is on their neck, all of that, y'all have people fear y'all the most, right? So y'all have the most power when it looks at it, and people respect you more when you get out there and talk. So where a woman come in group, there's a power that y'all hold that we don't. Right? And the elected officials respect men more than they respect women, just across the board, typically. And so if you go out there and make your demands and the women stand behind you, look how powerful it is. But no, you rather just sit here and say, oh, it's oppressed. So, you know what? And you know who carry it for you? Because we understand the trauma and that y'all sit up here and it's your black women.
But see, that's negating the fact that these people have targeted black men with these laws. They'll target us with prosecution. That's just to ignore everything that happened, just to say, yeah. But no, that's not right.
But how do you change it?
Hold on. They have spent billions to trillions of dollars to oppress the black man and the black vote. That's a fact. And when you look at the product, it has worked. That's all I'm saying. We got to go, and we'll be back after the break.
Yes, we'll be back. Tag a friend, tell a friend. We shall be back.
I'm Stuart McIntosh with the BBC News. Hello. Hospitals in Lebanon have been overwhelmed by casualties following Tuesday's simultaneous explosion of communication pages used by Hezbollah. 9 people were killed and about 2,800 wounded in the attack. Some were blinded, others lost fingers or required amputations. There's been no official...
Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King Street South in St. Pete. Choose from our amazing selection of stylish, fashion-forward heels, wedges, boots, children's shoes, accessories, and much more. You can shop now and pay later, interest-free with Afterpay. Subscribe to our website and get huge savings on our latest products at agapesoulboutique.com. For more information, call 727-379-1318. Come give your feet the royal treatment and check us out at Agape Soul Boutique today. Agape Soul Boutique.
say is Lord and Lord and Lord again. Y'all are not here.
Welcome back to the World Turns on Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, starring Qiana Q.
I'm not Q on here. I'm Q in the evening. I am Q.
I can't hear anything.
I hear a little bit. Thank you for giving us a little.
Hello.
There you go. There you go. That Barry White came out. I heard it.
First, so you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And I am Maurice Scott.
Right. And so we're back for the second half of the show.
Yes, if you missed the first half, I was defending black men for the culture. It's for the culture. I'm taking
black men from who? Because it's me and you talking.
But it's the ideas. It ain't just, I ain't saying from you personally. I'm just saying the ideas. The ideas is what's against the man, the black man. And it's all right. It's all right. Because we're going to talk about more things. We have a full calendar.
We do. So talking about the black man. Yesterday we had I was at the Why Black Men Don't Vote or Do Vote.
Yes.
Right.
That's what sparked the conversation.
That's really what sparked it. Right. And so Jabbar say they don't target black men. And I'm asking him, what do black men want? Not as a whole, because they don't come to our community, period, until they want our vote. It's not like black women get mailers and black men don't. So,
but they do, because it's targeted. See, and I know you know it's targeted. Every letter that's received is targeted for a specific reason.
Right. So it's usually about
your likelihood of voting and your propensity to vote. And if women vote more, who I'm gonna send that letter to first?
No. Actually, so you're in this with me, right? Because we done did a whole bunch of campaigns. A whole bunch. And when you first start, right, you know who your super voters are, right? And so you're not even really targeting your super voters because you know they're already doing getting their information and finding out what candidate they want to vote. Okay. So they're not even targeting their super voters at first. That's the last people that they target because they know that these people are coming in, right or wrong. So our first round, when we go in there, we target people who do not typically vote.
But we not.
No.
We're not targeting black men.
No. But if you're a registered voter, if you are when you go in that list, you put the zip code in, and they do registered voters that's on there. Now,
I'm gonna make an example, and you're gonna get this.
Okay, go
ahead. They
ahead.
have a party or a group for all the things that they would like. They got a women's voting group, they got the LGBT vote group, they got the Latin vote group, they even have a black caucus black vote group, right? But then when you look at it, when you look at the black men like us, because of how close elections are, elections have not been this close. People think it's normal. This is not normal. These votes are coming in 1%, 2%, 3%. Of the winner and loser, right? And guess what? That's what makes us so important right now. But that's only because right now, because the election is 90 days, 60 days, 30 days away.
But that's across.
What about when the election was 300 days away? That's what I'm talking about.
First of all, we sat up here 300 days away. They weren't contacting none of us.
No, but they
wasn't. Hey, but I'm finna tell you,
they had a voting plan, and they was.
They wasn't. Yes, no, but like you say, there's a women's voters, right? And who started that? Women. The LBG. Q plus. Who started that? Them. The Latin group. Who started that? The Latin. So black men start your voting group. Because that's something you take
elected
into
officials.
No.
Legislate for the black man. Legislate for what you want.
No, but if you say that, like
the LGBT got legislation.
But they set up their group.
But no,
they went up there, set up their group, and put
the chicken or the egg.
Jabbar, stop that.
I'm just saying.
Stop that because
they'll say our vote is important, but don't treat us that way. See, that's what I'm saying.
But you don't treat yourself that way.
No, yes, we do. Because guess what? We ain't just running to you. You saying vote. We ain't just coming.
They ain't coming to none of us.
What it is?
We just had no. We just had the same thing.
Black
When they come,
carry the Democratic Party.
Because
if you haven't heard
black
that before,
women carry the black family most of the time.
Exactly.
So that ain't got nothing to do with what we pick up the slack where our men
but
do
y'all
not.
the trusted voter that you just was
Because
talking about.
we
Remember
pick
you
up
just
the
said
slack.
the first voter and the trusted voter, that super voter, that's y'all.
Because we pick up the slack.
No, it's not picking up the slack.
I
think what it is, because in the whole grand scheme of things,
mm-hmm.
they targeted our women. You see what I'm saying? They intentionally, this is all intentionality. This ain't just happened. They had targeted our women. They targeted, soon as y'all became eligible to vote, they had a team that was pursuing y'all and that pursued y'all. And guess what? Y'all are a staple in that institution right now.
Tell you,
right? Because they didn't want to do that for the black man.
That's not true. Because I'm finna tell you. Stop. I got registered to vote in high school in the class with everybody that was in there. Nobody came and knocked on my black door, being a woman, and say, hey, you need to register to vote. What happens in school where there's a mixed crowd, black, white, men, female, Latin, gay, straight, all the way across the rainbow, they say, hey, you're 18 or you're about to be 18. You need to register to vote. Mm-hmm. Everybody in there registered to vote. That wasn't targeted towards me. When we go out there and get the vote, when we go register voters and sitting out there, we done been out there. We ask everybody.
But the best targeting, it makes you feel like
I think there's
targeted.
Another perspective.
Go ahead.
We got to come from a historical perspective. We know as a people, they didn't want us to vote. But then there was a movement where as many people as we can criminalize, we can keep them from their opportunity of voting.
Right.
Now, we as a people, we know there's been an extra criminalization of black men throughout history. So, of course, when it comes down to women stepping up, men, a lot of us were actually incarcerated. Just recently, they're starting to give our rights back. Very slowly, it has happened. Some years back, it'll be a movement for a small period of time, and then it might come up again as a political action. But however, traditionally, black men, if they gave all the gangbangers, all the men that was in prison an opportunity to vote, if they all could really vote, we would change the world. And that's one of the reasons our vote has been suppressed. So now, I think that's what we got to look at.
So I can go with, so I unite with that more than anything else.
Yes.
That part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can move on because that was a nice. That was a nice.
You handled that. I like that. That was the baritone voice. That was that.
Put
the beer white on.
Yeah, we needed. Yeah,
because it was kind of confusing. You watching Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams, Care Festa Radio, the new morning show.
And so before we move on, Sunday.
Oh yes, a very important conversation, mental health, and we talking about the black man
again. So, that's how much we love y'all.
See, but. We ain't the normal. We unicorn. This is unicorn activity.
Yes.
Because we are gonna talk about the black man because we are black men.
Yes.
We're in this black community.
We're in the black community.
Yes.
And we talking about mental health awareness, helping people. This is a group setting, but there are professionals. Mm-hmm. Right, this is for us and by us. Right,
okay.
We're gonna do it at Dave's
on 16th Street.
On 16th Street,
okay.
Crenshaw. We're gonna be in Crenshaw. Okay. We're gonna be at Dave's. And we really are aiming and targeting black men in mental health. We have men of all ages, backgrounds.
Okay.
Right. Big shouts out to Q being like coaching and quarterbacking this. Right.
Oh, wow.
Dual threat on the field, but dual threat. She quarterbacking and coaching.
Right.
But listen, this is so important. This is the second mental health conversation that we've had. This is a series we're gonna have. We did one for the community. This one is for the men. The next one's gonna be for the women. Then we're gonna bring it back to the community, kids. Wow. We're gonna do the work.
What time is this event Sunday? 3 p.m.
Yep, 3 p.m.
Okay.
You got enough time.
I have enough time. I'm out to D.C., I think, about 8 p.m.
Yeah,
So I'll have enough time to hang out with you guys and then shoot off.
Yeah, because we talked about this on Monday. Because
Survivors.
Yeah, Survivors Speak
in D.C. Survivors and Justice.
Yes, we'll be up there.
Big shout out to
that's
Donna
next
Butler,
weekend.
The Well.
The Well for Life.
Yes.
Calvin. Brother John.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely Brother John.
Yes, Brother John.
Consistent.
Yes.
So when you talk about Black man mental health, I mean, something you never put together. From the beginning of our existence here, we've been demeaned. We've made so that our people, our women and children, were to not see us as a hope, to not see us as a viable source of strength or a pillar for our communities and our religion, our way of standing, and all of our strength was taken away. So again, we hear women always say we're stepping up, but I tell you, the systematic demeaning and removing us from the family was really impactful for us and our kids, and that's one of the reasons we're in a full disarray at for the most part with our children right now, because our fathers and men. But we're coming home.
But this is why.
Oh yeah, we getting up.
So this is why we're having this mental health conversation, right?
And I thank you for it.
Because y'all are very important, right?
Very much so.
And honestly, like you said, we support our community.
Yes.
Right. And so instead of sitting here talking about it, let's make some actions. Sometimes people don't know they're hurting because they've been in so much pain for so long, they adapt to it.
Right. They're in survival mode.
Right. So some people don't know there's a thorn in their side because it's been there for so long. They learn how to live with it.
Yes.
And we want to take that thorn out.
Yes.
Right. And it may be painful at the beginning, but it's going to heal.
Yes.
And you don't even realize how uncomfortable you are until you take it out.
Right. Right.
And so with this mental health conversation, because people don't know when they're in the fog sometimes because they've been in it for so long. People don't even know that the direction that they're going in is wrong. They feel like something wrong, but they survived this way for so long. They're like,
it's a normality.
Yeah.
And so we want to change that, right?
Yes.
We know the statistics say that a 2-parent household is better.
Yes.
Right? We know the statistics show that Black men are the most involved fathers than anybody else.
Yes. Now we're finding that out. Traditionally, it wasn't so, and traditionally, it wasn't preached so. But we're finding out single dads, Black single dads, outnumber a lot of other.
No, they do.
And hold on.
It's been a while, but I want to say this. They tried to go ahead.
We have been told that we were the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's been said that we were the opposite, and it jeopardizes our community because people get into situations, and then a woman will be pregnant, and the first thing they talking about is ending the baby because the daddy ain't gonna take care of it.
Right.
See, and that was an anchor. That's an anchor story in the community.
Yes.
Oh, he ain't gonna take care of that baby. They ain't gonna take care of that baby. But the lies. See, when the facts and the numbers hit, the lies come out. But it's hard to beat the lies because they yell the lies louder and longer than they're gonna
and more frequently.
The lies have been told all our life since the 30s, 40s, 60s,
so we buy
70s.
into it.
But the reality is, after the data show that hold on, these are the most caring parents.
Yes.
These parents are spending the most time. Because I ain't gonna lie, I be going and seeing stuff, and I be like, dang, boy, that's a good dad. Dang, and you don't put it in your head, and you don't see how many good dads you done counted.
Yes.
But the system is against us so bad, and that's one of the ways. That's just one of the ways.
So the system is, regardless, is always set up to
undermine the strength of the Black family.
Or not even that. Let's say that's a good one.
Comment.
But I'm going to say the system itself
undermining the strength of the Black family.
Yes. I love that. Right. God. But I want to say this. What I was saying is, honestly, the system is set up to highlight the negative, even though it's always smaller than what's positive out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we they
loud and wrong.
Yeah, they're loud and wrong. Like we talk about, we need to stop the gun violence in the schools. And it's more than normal, but there's way more good days than bad.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
When you look at it, I know a whole bunch of great, like all my crew, all the guys I know are great fathers.
Yes. Okay.
Like I hands down, I tell people that all the time. The people that's in my circle, hands down, are great fathers. Oh, wow. But I do know some of my friends who got some deadbeat dads, right? And but you highlight the deadbeat and forget about the good. But that's how the system is set up.
But also, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of those deadbeat dads that work, I'll say that, using the term you use, if we kind of really get into them, we'll find out that they had some extreme trauma at some point in their lives. I know I was mad at my dad for years until a lady called me up and told me his story. To find out that he was beaten, molested by his own people in his family as a small kid and kicked out of his home in Mississippi at 12 years old. And that's how he had to survive from that day. And he had been abused. He had been in prison. He had went through so much. He didn't know how to father. And so when I looked up, I became a great dad because I looked at everything I wanted him to be there. Every game, every time I went to the doctor, every spelling bee, when it was time to be at school. So I did those things for my family based on when he wasn't there. But when I looked back and I finally thought about it, I thanked him. In his death, I was able to think, and I thanked him for not being there because in the mental stage that the way he was messed up mentally, it would have really ruined my life, especially if he'd hurt people. If he'd done to me,
try to influence you through through his pain.
Hurt people don't hurt people. Hurt people.
And
that's why we're doing this. We want to help people heal. That's why this event Sunday, the mental health event, is we want to start the healing process. People ain't gonna be healed in one day.
No, they're not.
A lifetime of trauma is not gonna be healed in one day. But what we can do is start this process of healing.
Start this conversation. Because people don't know until you tell them. They're not even aware how bad it is for them until they find out.
And you know what?
That's the truth.
They have no idea how bad it is.
But sometimes, and I'm going to tell you the closest people to them may tell them, but because you're close to them, they don't receive it, right?
Right.
Because, you want me to change, you da. But when you hear other people, same story, and be like, oh, wow, it ain't just me.
The messenger is the message.
Right.
So that's what we got to know. And the real truth is that in our community, we've been battling so much, and we don't even know where to start. And that's kind of why the mental health thing, because we're like, okay, let's help people get their mind right, because then we can have the financial literacy, then we can have the computer class, then we can talk about the politics. We can bring you through the process. But first, let's address the issue that we can't see, and that's the mental health, because it's kind of invisible. It's not invisible at all, because you can see when people
see those scars.
You can see the evidence of it all around.
But it's not
by your actions, by the things.
Yes, you got to perceive it. You got to have the tools.
Yes,
and then that's what we're hoping to do is show people and help people, because there's going to be doctors.
Yes,
on site. This is not just a bunch of people. We're trying to we're not trying to be the doctors.
Yes,
but we are looking to initiate this conversation, and we're not waiting until we get a grant from somebody. We're not waiting until the city tap our shoulder. We're not waiting until somebody passes us a baton. We're going to take it and do it. And we're going to invite our people to come, and then it's going to be done, and we're going to move on to the next one. And we're going to build and hope people get introduced to professional doctors and psychiatrists, helping people take that veil down.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
And they get to know they're not alone, because most people think that they're the only one experiencing what they're experiencing, and they hid it for so long and adjusted to it that they don't know there's other people out there experiencing
because nobody wants to be the crazy person.
Right.
Because when you think about mental health, you say crazy.
Yes.
Like, oh, you crazy. So nobody wants to be the crazy person.
Take the crazy out of mental health.
You know what I mean? No, we want you to be healthy. Just like diabetes, you either change your food habits or you take your medicine. Or you take insulin. Right? You do what you need to do to make sure that your sugar is right. So if sitting down on somebody's couch or getting in a group of people to make sure that your mental is right, it's the same thing. That's the medicine. It's not crazy. No, it's health.
And I really want to say this. I'm glad you pointed that out, because sometimes it's more intimidating to sit on that couch with you and that doctor than it is to enter a room. Sometimes it's easier to go into a room in a group setting to introduce you to it, and then have that one-off conversation.
There's safety in the groups, in the numbers.
It is.
You can kind of mesh in and watch your story come alive, and then say, "Oh, identification, that's me," and then you might be implored to say something, say, come out and say, "Hey, that's me too."
I wasn't gonna say nothing the last one, but after hearing everything and it make you, it's something about it.
Yes,
it's something magnetic about it, and something magical about it. So this Sunday, We're gonna have this event. We'll put the flyer up on the in the comments.
And if you see it, share it. We've been getting shares, right?
But we need more.
We need more,
Yes.
right? Because we want it to be a nice. And I know that it is Sunday. It's football Sunday.
Yes.
Right.
And that's kind of the reason we did it as well, though, because people have the time.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
The time is there, and
Yes.
what we want to do is use our time wisely, right? And start into, because the first thing you're gonna have to do is give up some time.
Right.
And that's either you're gonna give it up for yourself or you're gonna give it up for somebody else.
Yeah.
And what we saying this Sunday to all the black men, and black women are invited, but this is a focused conversation.
Yes.
Because we want to be intentional about what we're doing. And when we do the women's conversation, we're going to be intentional. Men are going to be invited. It's not a closed door session.
Yes.
But the reality is we're here to improve the black man and have the black man's conversation.
Right.
Right. Because when men get in alignment, the whole family and the community
Yes.
That's it.
becomes better.
Yes.
And
It's
then
just
even
right
when you
standing.
do it, when two people align, you just see it. You see the power couples, right?
Yes.
You see how much they make an impact in their family, their
Yes.
household, in the community when they're working together.
Yes.
And I know people be like, I came in this world by myself. You know what I mean? I'm going to die by myself. But technically, you didn't come in here by yourself.
Right.
Your
And
mother pushed you.
technically, you ain't gonna die by yourself.
No, you're not. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you come in, your mother is pushing you in. There's
Yeah.
a doctor there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Maybe your father's there, somebody's nurses. It's a whole team that's helping you come into this world.
Right.
You didn't just drop out the sky by yourself.
Right.
You
And that's a
know?
lot of fear mongering,
Yeah.
that they're afraid of being hurt. They've been hurt before. And so this is a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself. I don't need anybody.
Right.
But the truth is, as a human being, by nature, we need each other to thrive.
Yeah, we're a group. We're a group, like
Survival
entity.
of the group. Entity.
Yeah, we're a group. We're a group. So
And
when you're not in the group, and it's hard to be in all these groups too, because a lot of stuff going on. We want to start a positive, healthy group.
Yes.
We want to start a positive, healthy group,
Groups,
right?
right.
And
Yes.
we ain't judging what you do in your other groups.
No.
But what we want to do in this particular group
right.
Yes.
is some healing.
Yes.
We want to do some intentional mental health healing, thanks to the doctors, Dr. Brittany, everybody.
I mean, honestly, listen, it brings chills because I remember probably, let's say, when did Irma come in and tell us all
Maybe
up?
17,
Right?
maybe 17, 17.
17, right? Irma came in. So let's see, my son 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 years ago.
Yep.
Let's say like 8. So we're at 8 years ago. I came to Brother John and Jabbar.
Mhm.
Remember this?
Go. I'm gonna go.
I know, but
But Qiana remembers. Go ahead, tell us, Qiana.
so about 8. Thank you, but he don't remember nothing.
That's why we depend on the black woman.
That's right.
Y'all it's a position you play.
But let me
Yeah.
tell you, so 8 years ago, they were working downtown
Yes.
Yep, we
for
will.
at SUIU,
SEIU.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're working for the union.
Right. And I went in their office and I say, hey, I really want to do a mental health conference.
I think you did. I do remember that.
Right.
We
And
did the plan. We drew it up and
we did it,
everything.
and
Wow.
we wanted to do it in 4 series, right?
Oh, we drew it up and everything.
No, you don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. I
So,
remember.
about 8 years ago,
Listen, we drew it up and everything.
The brother
We was
remember.
dead serious. That's why
Yes.
you came. See, when we had meetings downtown,
Yeah.
was no games played.
Yes.
We had agendas. We taking notes.
Yes.
Man, okay.
and so we did it. And the first part of the series was Know Thyself.
Yes.
Right. And we wanted
Mhm.
you to have the relationship with yourself,
With
to
you.
know
Yes.
what makes you operate and all this other stuff.
We don't know ourselves at
right.
times.
We don't.
That's over temples in Africa. Man, know thyself.
Yes, yes.
Right. So
Yeah,
this
no.
is so I
That's the
come to
first
them and I
part
say
of-
that. Know thyself. Then figure out your dynamic with your family relationship, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Because that's the next important relationship. Knowing yourself and then
Your family,
operating
yeah.
in your family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it goes into your business,
Okay.
your business relationship and community relationship.
Holistic. See, we was talking
Oh,
about
wow.
holistic
Right.
health. The
Yes.
holistic
And to
health.
see it
Come to life.
come to life. Because we talked about this
I remember.
8 years
8 years
ago.
ago.
Maybe 8
Yeah.
years ago.
Like
yeah,
we
I
went in there
remember.
and then like it's just things that happen and then that's how you know you plant a seed.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
pulled so many different ways. We kept working together. We still,
Yeah.
we still here together.
Mhm.
But in returning back to this, you absolutely right. And the first one was amazing. we touched each other. It was a deep conversation. We had the doctors. We was at Enoch Davis Center, and that's what birthed this. Dave was on that panel.
Okay.
See, Dave was on that panel. Dave shook because I really want to record these, but we have not been recording them because we want people to be open.
Yes.
But some of the things that have been said needs to be heard a million times.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that is said don't need to be repeated or heard again.
Right.
So knowing the difference. But at the same time, it was such a magnetic and boom. Right then, okay, yeah, we're gonna do it at Dave's. We're gonna do another.
And what happened is
we reloaded
immediately. And what happened is we didn't want to leave, but Enoch Davis Center said we had to go.
Wow. That's what happened when it gets real.
Listen, it got so real.
Nobody wants to leave.
The man came to the door. First, he just stood there like this.
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing at first because he heard what was going on.
Yes, sir.
He kind of like, okay.
Yes, sir.
He left and came back. Well, y'all ain't gonna be out of here by hey.
I mean, that was hope being laid down.
Yeah.
And see, we don't get hope a lot, but when we get hope, we don't want to let it go.
Right.
And so we are running it back. So I'm reading it. It's this Sunday.
This Sunday at 3 p.m.
Yes, at Dave's. It's
On 16th
1510 16th Street South.
Yes, 1510 16th Street South. At 3 p.m. this Sunday.
Yeah.
We're gonna have part 2 of our series in the mental health conversation. We have an outstanding lineup. This lineup. And that's why I said thank you, Q, because like even though it's for men and we're doing it, but this is like this is a us thing, y'all.
Yeah, this really
we're not separating the man from the woman. We're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. We're having targeted and intentional conversations.
Yes,
it's going to be intentional. We're going to be intentional about who we talk to and what we talk about. Because if y'all don't know, it's been a lot of mental health issues going on in our community, and we can't wait for Superman to save us. Some of us are Clark Kent, and we gotta be Superman. We gonna have to fix our glasses and put the cape on and save ourselves.
And you know what? It's about. So I want to say it's about accountability, right? And holding people accountable for their actions.
And that started with us,
right? It started with us. And what happens is when we hold our friends accountable, we kind of help them from taking the wrong path.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah. And to kind of segue over that, if people held Diddy accountable.
Oh man. The Diddler.
Right? You know what I mean? Like if bing, 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 bing. Go ahead, I can be out.
Just trying to get everybody kind of.
You need me to slide over?
Yeah, slide over a little bit, then you in there. All right. That's it. Yeah, look, production. The Diddler. We're talking about the Diddler. We're elbowing. We were just talking about the Sunday conversation. Black men. I'm gonna put the flyer on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page. I'm gonna pin it to the top. So y'all go to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and the flyer's on there Sunday 3 o'clock. At 1510 16th
Not
Street
the
South.
Diddler.
Yes, the Diddler. Pause. So if y'all didn't know, yesterday, Sean.
The day before.
It was yesterday. Sean P. Diddy Combs was indicted.
That was the night. That was the day before.
But the indictment didn't come.
They arrested him the day before.
Yeah,
okay.
But the indictment came yesterday. So you're right. You were so correct. They arrested him, but they had it's called a secret indictment, and they had it sealed. Okay. And they unsealed it yesterday.
Okay.
That's what happened. And yesterday the indictment was unsealed, and it said that Diddy had 1,000 jars of lubricant at his house. They say he's assaulted women. They say his employees have help. They say he's used his company as a vehicle to do all these things, right? So they gave him like racketeering and like conspiracy, and it's crazy. I think they arrested him in a hotel. Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday
in New York.
And Cat Williams told us. Cat Williams is going out as a prophet. I don't know what he's doing. Somebody protect Cat Williams, because in January, Cat Williams said, "Hey, this is going to be the year. A lot of stuff going to come out." He had some Diddy references in his thing, and just to see all this unfold, these are serious charges. He could face up to life if convicted of some of these charges. And if you know, New York don't play. This is the same prosecuting team that did Jeffrey Epstein and a whole bunch of other high-profile cases. So this is the real deal. He has been charged. and people say it's 28 years too late, and I'm like, ugh, that's and I agree. There needs to be checks and balances. There's no all powerful people. You need to have healthy opposition on your team. People that say, "Hey man, you dang right,
You
man,
out of line. You out of line.
Right, you kind of out of hand." Somebody need to see them 1,000. Somebody bought them 1,000 jars of lubricant, and somebody should have said, "Hey man, this don't make no doggone sense."
He said he was couponing.
He was couponing. This man had the best couponer in America.
You had money before.
Hey.
When you got money, man, everybody around you just yes.
Yeah.
And of course, money's
That's
rule over you.
though.
So what happens is a person who they are, it comes out a little bit even more so when you have opportunity and means to do it, and you have people around you. As long as you're feeding them, they're going to just tell you yes.
They tell you money change you. Money does not change you. Money just make you who you are, whatever part of you, right? That's it.
To the highest degree.
To the highest degree. So, like, if you was a giver,
you're gonna give.
You're gonna overgive when you have more money.
Yes.
If you arrogant, you're gonna be super arrogant. Like, it just heightened exactly who that dominant person you want to be.
Right.
So you
Either
look
you
at
connect to God, or you all about self. And when we're about self, we get caught up in our own desires and so our own selfish desires.
So here we go. This is so I'm torn. Not that I don't want him to be convicted if he's guilty, right? Because we kind of talked about this on Monday.
Okay.
About like Young Thug. It's how like we're saying free Young Thug, but if he kills somebody, he don't need to be free. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Right. Yeah, right.
And let's all say everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, and these are the views expressed are the views of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and not 99 Gems.
Let's say that, right? Let's say that. And so, but if he's innocent, he should be set free, right? But we talk about like our hate for the system because the system has done us so wrong. We want every win.
Right. Of course.
Right.
Traditionally, we lost
so much. Yeah.
So we behind the ball. We so far behind, we can win for the next 10 to 15 years. We'll still be 100 years behind.
Right, we'll be, but then we're fighting for the wrong people sometimes.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're terrorizing our neighborhood, killing our children, our
women and children,
all the above, right?
Yeah,
ain't nobody fighting for Diddy right now.
I'm not saying, but listen,
the tide has turned again.
But the tide always turns.
Always
turns, and
then
then
media always turn. They build you up, and then they tear you down.
They tear you down,
and they build you up for a reason. So sometimes you just got to be careful. And then, because you remember about a couple of years ago, he changed the name to Love. He was giving out the millions of dollars. He gave millions to HBCUs. I want to see who returns the money.
Nobody.
Nobody's going to return that money.
He needs it right now. They need to shoot that man.
So when you say that, when you say that, Jabbar, that's where this is where I'm at. Is that as soon as he decided to kind of turn and do a different path,
that's when they snatched him.
And then they snatch. Oh no! We didn't give you that.
But hold on, was it timing or was it because he got the key to New York? That's one of the prosecutors I watched, and I put it on Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. The prosecutor said last year at this time he got the key to the city. This year we're bringing in an indictment, and he's trying to make it. He's trying to make it so he's saying, no matter your status, if you're doing this type of stuff, we're coming to get you.
Well, you got to think about it. Anytime I hear Rico, I've heard that personally.
No, they said Frico.
Shut up, Jabbar.
See what I mean? Those people have jobs, and they want to go after anybody that's going to help them get promotions. I know when they arrested 112 of our guys on the west side of Chicago, that next 2 years, all of those people were promoted. They weren't regular detectives anymore. Everybody on that team, from the state to the marshals to the federal level, got promoted.
After that,
and that's what they're doing. They're padding their careers. They're using the RICO recklessly against our people. They just want to say, hey.
Now, we got to talk about that on the use of the RICO Act in the black community.
Right. That's what's going on. They're using it recklessly. They're using it.
These kids up with RICO.
Right.
Listen, we're going to talk about that later this week.
That's the reason why I'm bringing it up.
Well, that's Friday.
We got to stay on the FRICO, but we're going to talk about the RICO.
Wow.
Because listen, it is so serious, and we're making light, and we saying jokes and stuff, but this is serious. The victims, we pray for the victims and their families.
Yes,
this stuff is serious. If the allegations are true,
right,
we take this stuff serious. We actually been talking about this the whole run up to this.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to, we have to protect our people, but also we got to be real with you. Hey man, that ain't right. What you doing?
Lisa from Ocala. This is the second day she done been in.
Hey, what's up, Lisa?
Hey, crew tail on. Go
hey,
ahead.
Crew, what's up? Hey, yeah, I just had a fruit cup yesterday. But listen, if I'm telling you no lie, we're not trying to bash or we're not trying to defend. Because I thought about it, because when I seen the post on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, because we don't really try to be bashing our leaders and our people. We don't really.
We attack issues, not people.
Yes,
that's what.
But this is a situation where we have to address, because there are Diddies all over our community, right? That have been getting away with things and things that need to be called out. And this may be a time, pull his coattail. Holler at them, because we want to build our community up. We got to do some healing, but first we got to stop all this hurt.
We do got to stop, and that's what. So accountability, right? And then when you look at it, when Diddy, whatever happened, there was a lot of people that helped him.
They call them enablers,
right?
Yes.
And at this point, I think that they need to be held accountable for some of that as well.
Oh, the prosecutors say it's an ongoing investigation, and that it's going to be like. You got
like if you were out and you did a robbery, right?
Yes.
And somebody shot and somebody got killed, even though you just getaway driver.
Just gave him a ride.
Just gave him a ride. They're gonna prosecute
you. Everybody is in jeopardy, because they already spoke about his employees who helped facilitate a lot of these things.
Yeah. Anytime you talk about RICO, you're talking about a group of people.
Yeah. As soon as you say RICO, it's like.
I want to say, get him for the crime.
Because two can't be a conspiracy though. But
like Kwame Kilpatrick, my old teammate, him and his one guy was
a two-man
RICO case, which you never heard of.
But now you can. It's like because really, what RICO is just an enterprise where y'all doing something criminal.
Right.
It's a group of people operating in a criminal activity.
Right. That's what he said. He was the mayor of Detroit.
Everything can be a conspiracy.
Everything can be a conspiracy. But I want to tell you, so when you look at it, so like now here go the Libra in me, like just listening, like because I go back and forth, right?
That's what the problem is. You on that Libra scale, and I ain't on that. You all up and down and side.
I'm pretty.
Okay, go.
Is that like for these freak fests?
No, the freak offs.
These freak offs.
Freak fest. I like that.
Are they adults? I don't know.
Yeah, they're adults. Most of I think they are.
But he's been labeled, so it's cool to be an adult and do the adult things. That's cool. But he's been labeled as a predator. Right. So they're saying it's like predator parties, right? Where people are spiking a drink and preying on another person when they wiped out.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? And then
so that's a problem. Okay,
so he was recording it and then blackmailing. The people once they were
recorded. So if that's what happened, then they wrong. But
those levels of crime.
So listen, if he did that, then he wrong. But if you went to that party and then you got your freak on, and then you just mad that they ain't call you later.
What if you went to the party, got your freak on, and now you a part of the conspiracy?
Wow.
And you do get called.
Collateral damage, yeah.
You do get called.
You're going to testify against that guy.
Yeah, they finna roll.
Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to have about 20 or 30 people is going to turn against them, because when they look at that 25 years, which is the minimum what they're going to come with, people are going to say, hey, I got to get that dropped down.
The prosecutor said that, these are serious charges, and they really go after serious time.
They really, and so
because there's the trafficking, the human trafficking. That's the most and the biggest of them all, because that's kind of like.
So for somebody who's done this for years, right?
Yes.
Diddy.
Allegedly,
allegedly, right? And you can see they raiding your house, doing all this other stuff. For me, why you didn't get up out of here? Why you didn't go over there with Russell and just sit over there with Russell?
But see, it don't go like that. Sometimes, your passport, your passport they have your passport tapped, right? So when you try to swap off, they not gonna let you. Sometimes, I ain't saying what level this case was, but sometimes it's just not that easy. Sometimes you have to sneak off. Like get in the boat and then go to Jamaica
or get over to Cuba.
Oh yeah, and then get on the plane.
But
then because it's hard to get into those other countries, you got to be so connected.
So we're talking about Diddy right now. No, we're talking about Diddy.
He was a target.
But what I'm saying is, if anybody, but just think about it. Russell Simmons became a target, and he got the heck out of here. He said, and now he just over there.
I think Russell case. I mean, Russell's situation and Diddy's situation kind of different.
Right.
Diddy had a brand for these freak offs. It was a brand. Everybody knew his parties. They knew they was, and that's why people would talk about, I ain't going to no Diddy party.
And so the people who
they
went,
knew.
But then there's a lot of people like, ooh, I want to go.
Yeah.
Because they
want
similar interests.
Would you have gone to a Diddy party?
Interests.
No.
No, and this, come on, everybody loves stars, so a lot of people went for the star power alone.
Dog. Yeah, if I would have got an invite, I probably would have went. I probably wouldn't have stayed to the midnight freak fest.
Right, because there's always a change over time.
Because
there's a certain hour everything changes to another level.
It's a party. People go to all
parties,
crazy parties, and people get freaky and do freak offs. It get crazy in regular sex.
And so let's say that.
Whenever there's a lot of money involved.
Divorce ourselves from the reality we in a hypersexual reality, and these people are sexualized. And that's what made him the king. He was the king.
And that's where I go at, is that people wanted to experience this.
Yeah, they wanted.
They wanted this because you know what go on, and you hear, you ain't never been. No, you didn't party with me.
Hey, he was wrong. We would have been fighting,
right?
The man. He also had 3 SKSs or firearms with scratched off serial numbers, drums. So they said he was using the guns and the guns to help keep people in check. Because what made it human trafficking and all this stuff is because they're saying people wanted to leave.
Okay.
And he wasn't letting them leave.
Yeah.
And they said there's multiple victims. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And the reality is you just can't. Somebody got to check
you. Can't.
Somebody got to check you. You got it would have been. You got $1 million
people go.
Job for somebody to just be healthy opposition against what was going on. Just say, hey man, what is you doing, man? Come on, what is that? No,
let him go.
Come on, y'all know. Come on.
You know
saying no.
But you know what he could have did. But see, people. But this is the arrogance and like I'm Diddy or whoever. When you look at it, right? Because if you want to go, it could have been a simple, hey, once you leave, you got to sign. When you come in,
I'm pretty sure he did that. I'm pretty sure. And this is just all like made up or alleged.
Yeah, we just.
I'm pretty sure there are many people who have done just that, who signed the agreement, who took the paycheck because they also charged with bribery. They also charged with
I wasn't talking about bribery. I'm just saying,
signing the paperwork.
So like, you're right. So like, and not even the consent. Right? Because remember, they tried to do Tiny and T.I. like that.
Yeah, they had consent.
And then everybody that came in, they party. And so, hey.
And people knew they was partying.
And right. And then people who came in, hey, listen, we partying. Right. You down? You sign or you get to stepping. And that's why the Tiny and T.I. thing never went any further.
Because there are some people, we got to be honest, there are people out there that are actually out for money. And they target people like that, and they get involved in those circles so they can't bring it up. We have some professional athletes who've been targeted like that.
Yeah.
So we like, why would you go to this room 3:00 in the morning? Not that any guy has a right to push himself on.
Yes, no matter what. Yes, no matter the time.
We used to
some
wonder.
of it be straight setups.
When we found out some women were doing that to people, sometimes it was a guy and a girl who set the guy up. We know that happens in our community for robbery.
Yeah, just like robbery.
I would like to say, mental health. How many men right now are dealing with their own mental health because they have been physically assaulted as kids?
Listen,
because how can men talk about that?
This is a healthy conversation.
Yes.
And we talked about that at the last mental health. One of the men came out and said that like who he was touched, and he's a man.
And this is the thing. It's not talked about. People don't have the tools to deal with it, and people go back to some immature time in their life, right? But the reality is, these are the issues that we're dealing with in our community, and there's mental health concerns, and no shade, but Diddy probably could have used a shrink. He could have used to talk to a doctor. He could have had a group conversation. Right. I don't know what.
And maybe
because hurt people. We don't know what happened to him. And I used to work in group home in 70 shelters. And the kids, they were young and they came in and they were abused. And you could tell because they began to abuse the other kids within the program.
And then look, but we don't know if he started to get the help because we saw a shift in change
Yes.
And
he was moving. He was attempting to move different.
And then he started to talk about unifying
and
the
wealth.
black.
Yep, you can find the black wealth. Listen.
And this is the problem that I also have. Whenever you're talking about generational wealth for us, for real, and not just for your family.
Yes.
Because they okay with it if you like you.
No, when you're talking about it for
the
community in general.
Oh yeah, that's seriously the agenda against not making sure we come together.
Right.
Just like they are for Africa. They don't want Africa to come together at all. Let's keep them poor. Let's keep them disenfranchised.
And you see them boys putting themselves together.
Oh yeah.
Right. But when you look at it, as soon as our black men start to talk about the unification, here they come. Who 21 Savage was that when he started talking about? Remember? Now he from Canada, right?
Yep, they tried to deport him.
So soon as
not Canada, whatever. He crossed the water.
But as soon as he started talking about unification and educating our community, all of a sudden they went after him.
See, they can't go after us all, y'all. So that's why it's so important for all of us to stand up and unify and talk about economics and talk about the things that quote unquote we ain't supposed to talk about because they can't get us all right. They can't do it to us all. See, they can ostracize and lift one person up and cut his head off in front of everybody, right? Because that's what they did during the slave days.
Right.
They would take one person that's respected, the strong bull, they called it.
They called it buck breaking.
Yes, and then they are they buck breaking us right now with Diddy?
Yes,
they are, and they aren't, right?
But yeah, it's both. They use it. He did it.
He did. Let's say he did. Let's say he did it. But if he had people around here that kept him accountable, they wouldn't have this dirt on him to be able to use this. But they would have tried something.
So they would have kept it clean.
What?
They would have kept it clean.
This is the thing. So think of it. Shut up. So okay, when you go in there, you know you a target. Right?
Yeah.
You don't do more stuff.
I hear that. Yeah. And that's what I think started happening towards the end.
Right. And so what happened is they let him he been in the they let him party. As long as he was destroying our community, as long as he was destroying our community, right? And making and giving more people trauma, they were okay with that. As soon as he said, hey, I need to rethink what I've done. Like, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, that's like, oh, no, we ain't talking about healing.
We got 20 years.
And look at it. Let's take Diddy out of the situation.
Yeah, okay.
Let's put the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club in it.
Okay, go.
Right? Look how many people, because we're talking about healing. We definitely attack issues and not people. Right. People who rocked with us hard, as soon as we start calling out stuff, they don't want to pick up phone calls no more. Right. We don't get the services that we need because they decided that we called them out because we wanted to hold them accountable.
You right.
You know what I mean? So this,
together. And we're talking about systems. We're not necessarily talking about other races of people.
No,
we're talking about systems that are in place.
And impact and change.
Right.
We talk
about
having impact.
When you start to march at a beat of your own drum and then really about doing really good, people don't like it.
No, I mean, you got to think about historically when they went to the white schools and those kids got on the buses to help black folks register to vote. They started putting acid on the colleges, throwing free acid parties just to mess those kids' minds up. So anytime the system wants to protect itself and maintain the status quo, it doesn't matter who you are. They would destroy, we'll say, your own selves, or they'll destroy our kids, regardless of what culture, to make sure that system stays in place.
Because the power always want to have the power.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so
the power always want to have the power.
You got to have the people mindlessly running around chasing football on Sunday instead of being at the mental health wellness.
And just think about this. Remember the owner of
they got us confused.
A long time ago, the owner of MTV said, if you make people forget their logic, you can control anything.
Remember Hitler did it. He got the people turn on their own neighbors.
That's where it come from.
Just through information.
Listen, that's where it come from.
Look how quickly we turn on ourselves and we see, and I'm just bringing it back. Look how many people turned on the chairman. And all he did was try to help our community.
Ooh.
Look.
The Uhuru 3.
Look, all he ever
We need another 30 minutes, man.
All he ever did was come in to try to help our community.
And then, but see, this is the thing. they use us as agents of destruction.
Mhm.
And it comes from the inside so that they know we'll stand up and unite against the outside force.
Right.
And so instead of making the outside force the hand that does it,
Sure.
they how can I say, like I say, they finance and lift up agents of destruction. And they uplift these agents of destruction knowing they was flawed people.
Right.
Because we all flawed.
Yes.
Ain't none of us perfect. So they exalt these people
That's
into a perfection place,
Mhm.
and then say, you know what, everybody, y'all see him, watch this.
Yeah, but because when you
Now they turn and say, see,
and that's really
It's so
so
subliminal.
the power always want to stay in power, right?
Yes.
And so like you have the illusion that you have power
Ooh.
until you step out of place.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why our focus is not necessarily to undermine anything out there. Our focus is to heal our community
Mhm.
and to grow our community so that we can move forward as a unit and be healthy and
That's
change
it.
the trajectory of our culture.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's our focus.
So we got
So we got 3
3
minutes. So we talked about that. I want to talk about Jabbar say local rappers. I say St. Pete
All right,
rappers.
before y'all go there, can I mention
Oh
tomorrow?
yeah, this is
Tonight.
This is where we at. That's why you all here.
I forgot.
Dang,
Got
we
exception.
do it quick. Go.
Tonight, we do have a training program called 5 Keys to End Gun Violence
Mhm.
among young people. We'll be at the Center for Health Equity, 2333 US 19, right up the road here.
Mhm.
And everyone's invited. It's about 5 p.m. tonight.
Mhm.
There's light refreshment served. But what we'll do is we'll talk about a number of things that can actually plant the seed of personal accountability for the safety of our community. Who's infected by gun violence, how drugs and alcohol plays a role,
Mhm.
why do we remain silent when we know who's out here killing our people,
Mhm.
when to take a stand and adopt a nonviolent lifestyle, and how to take a stand adopting the Black St. Pete Pledge or the Youth Pledge or the Citizen Pledge, and walking away from situations that may lead to violence. So everybody's invited out tonight. Please come out and support. We just want to change the community. Again, 5 p.m. tonight at the Center for Health Equity.
I don't know the address by heart, but I can give you. It's right on 34th Street.
Yeah, 2333 US 19 or 34th Street South.
There you go, 2333. There we go. Right across the street from KFC.
Yes. Yes.
If you need a landmark.
If you need a landmark.
Yes.
So final thoughts.
Go ahead.
Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all this Sunday.
Actually, you see them Monday too. I mean Friday.
We'll see you Friday. And definitely thank you for coming out. I'll be there. Big shouts out to Charles Park Neighborhood Association, One Community Grocery Co-op. Y'all get involved. Find a community group. Get involved. Get active. Make sure you're registered to vote.
Yes. Get involved. Come out tonight. It's going to be another good conversation. Make sure y'all come out on Sunday too, please. Let's show up, show out. We want a healthy community for real. Be the change you want to be or see. That's what we're trying to do here.
Yes.
Write down those 5 things that make you smile, giggle, feel good, make you even provoke a good thought, right?
Yes.
Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Yes. And shout all around the house.
Right. And so we're out. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
I'm Maurice Scott with Quis for Life.
And this is, that's it.
Yeah. Baby.
I like that.
Baby.
We need that.